everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video I wanted to give you a running update. I haven't done a running update in a while and wanted to discuss where I'm at the moment and what I'm doing at the moment with regards to running. So I think my last running update was probably to announce that I was ending my run streak. For those that don't know, I was doing a run every day challenge where I was running every day for a year. However, that sort of got kaput by the COVID-19 situation and lockdown. I chose to prioritise walking with my partner over running, so I just completely stopped my run streak, and that was sort of the end of that. Since stopping the run streak, I haven't really run that much. I have been doing a lot of home workouts and turbo training and things like that, which you would have seen in some of my weekend workout videos. So my week has been a bit more varied in terms of the exercise that I do, and running has sort of fell by the wayside. I did have a period where I had picked up running again, and then it sort of fizzled out again. I did do a run today, but the last time that I ran was 2 weeks ago, so there isn't much consistency in the way of what I'm doing with my running at the moment. Hopefully I will be a bit more consistent with running. I am aiming to get out at least every other day. We'll see how that goes, purely based off what's happened so far. I did find that even though I was doing a lot of home workouts and things like that, my running fitness severely diminished to the point where I couldn't even run a couple of minutes without having to take a walk break. So I did sort of decide to adopt a different strategy rather than sort of push myself to the point where I didn't want to run anymore because I couldn't run the distances that I did before. I have taken a different approach and I've started Jeffing, which is basically a RunWalk method, and they call it Jeffing. It's basically based off Jeff Galloway. He's an Olympian and a coach, running coach, and he made up the RunWalk method, I think in 1974. If I've got the date wrong, I'll put it somewhere up here, but he sort of was looking at the running group and their paces and things like that, and the beginner runners, he had them adopt a run-walk method where they'd run at harder effort for a period of time and then take a walk break as their recovery, and then obviously repeat that until the end of their run. The idea of that is that you don't sort of get fatigued as quickly as if you were running continuously. Your muscles don't get fatigued as quickly, and you're able to keep a faster pace over a longer distance without having that fatigue. I know on his website he reports that using the RunWalk method, your half marathon time can can get faster by 7 minutes, and by 13 minutes for a marathon, which is a pretty hefty time as far as I'm concerned. I'd love to sort of shave 7 minutes off my half marathon time, and that would take me under the elusive under 2 hours for a half marathon. But yeah, at the moment with how running has been and my running fitness, I wasn't really able to do longer distances. I'm still not at the point where I can get longer distances. I'm doing about 3-ish miles with the RunWalk method at the moment. I've been playing around with my RunWalk times. He does have a magic mile calculator on the website where you can work out. You basically do a hard effort for a mile, you put that mile stats into the calculator. It gives you a breakdown of the paces that you're supposed to do for 5k, 10k, half marathon, things like that, and also gives you different run walk strategies that you can try out. I ended up going for the 90-30. That's what I've been doing for a couple of my runs now. Initially, I hated the idea of doing 90-30. When I went out for the first run, I was like, what is the point in doing this? Now I'm starting to get why you do it, and sort of becoming not easier, but I understand why we do it. I was sort of finding that by the time I'd got into my stride, the 90 seconds would end and I'd be into a walk break. And then obviously, if you're a runner, you'll probably know that when you stop for a walk break, it's quite hard to start going again. and to keep doing that on repeat like interval training was a bit annoying and frustrating. You never really felt like you got into your stride before you'd have to take your recovery break. I've now sort of got it drilled into my head that there's a reason why I'm doing it, and I don't sort of get that frustration anymore, and I actually quite enjoy it. Like I said, I've only been doing it for a couple of runs at the moment, but I do sort of want to continue it long term to see how I get on with doing the RunWalk method, whether my times increase and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. So far I do sort of understand where the faster pace is, where he's saying that you can run faster over the distances that you would do continuously. I am running at a harder pace over those sort of 90 seconds and doing quite a fast walk during the 30 seconds, so I'm not too much slower than what I would be if I was running continuously anyway. And I would also find that if I ran and then had to take a walk break, my walk break would be quite slow because I'm already quite fatigued. I don't sort of get that when I get to the end of the run walk. When I get to the end of the run interval, I'm not fatigued, so I can keep up those faster walk paces. So I don't really feel like I'm that much slower. Obviously, as I keep doing it, I will sort of look at my 5k and 10k times. I'm not up to 10k distance at all at the moment. I'm still hovering around the 5k mark. I'm planning to sort of increase my distance over time with the RunWalk interval method, and seeing how I get on with that and seeing whether I can increase that distance again and get back into sort of doing at least one longer run during the week. I wasn't doing any of that during the run streak that I was doing. I was pretty much sticking to doing like 2 miles as part of my run commutes to the station, so I wasn't really doing any sort of long distance. So I think that might have been where my downfall was. So yeah, I'm just going to have to see how it goes. So far it's going well. I am noticing a difference in the pace that I can hold over those 90 seconds and the distance that I cover. I do have a distance that I noted down when I started it, so I have like a set amount of intervals that I do. I've got it set to 30 minutes at the moment, so I do 90 seconds on, 30 seconds off for 15 intervals, which is 30 minutes. And I noted down the distance that I covered on the first run that I did, and then over time I'm going to see how that distance increases, whether it increases, and I'll do some regular updates on here to sort of let you know how I'm getting on with doing it in that method. Phillip has also adopted that method as well, because obviously he has been running a lot less than me, so he was struggling sort of covering those distances as well. He's not too much of a fan. I think he's got it in his head, like a lot of people do, that there's sort of a shame in doing a walk break. I'm not that. I don't really think that way. I don't really think as walking as being shameful during running. You don't have to continuously run, and Jeff has sort of proved that the RunWalk method works over longer distances and getting faster times, so I'm just going to have to see how it goes. Like I said, I will be doing regular updates to sort of let you know how I'm getting on with the method and whether my times are improving, whether I'm able to run longer distances, which is what the aim was. I would at least like to get up to 10k distance, eventually up to half marathon distance. I know that's a long way away, but eventually I'll get there. But yeah, it's just sort of an introduction, letting you know that I'm doing the RunWalk method, and yeah, just have to see how it goes, and hopefully paces and times and distance improve. So we'll see. I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed the vlog footage at the beginning of the video. This was the footage that I took out this morning when I went out and did my run-walk interval session this morning. I went out to the fields and it was very hot, so I did struggle quite a lot, but I did really enjoy being out in the fresh air, and yeah, hopefully I can keep a bit more consistent with my running as well, because not running for 2 weeks is not helping. So yeah, hopefully I can stay consistent. I hope you're all staying safe and well. I hope you all have a good weekend, whenever it is that you are watching this. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more of these RunWalk updates that I do, more running and fitness content, more weight loss content that will be coming up over the next couple of months and things like that. But yeah, that's it. I will see you again in my next video. Bye.